If you're a father heading into family court, the single biggest mistake you can make is thinking all cases are treated the same. They're not. The approach that works for a father who never lived with his child will absolutely fail for a father who was the primary caregiver. And the strategy that protects a breadwinner father will backfire spectacularly for a stay-at-home dad. Today I'm going to break down the three main scenarios fathers face in family court and what each one needs to know to avoid the traps that destroy father-child relationships. I'm going to be blunt. The system is biased, but it's not uniformly biased. The bias takes different forms depending on which box you fall into, and if you don't understand which box you're in, you're going to lose. Let's get into it. Scenario 1, the non-cohabiting father. First scenario, you never lived with your child as primary carer. Maybe you had a brief relationship, maybe it was a one-night stand, maybe you were together but never moved in together, or maybe you separated before the birth. The point is, you were never the person tucking your child into bed every night, doing the school runs, handling the doctor's appointments. Their mother was. The bias you face. This is the harshest scenario. Here's what you're up against. Status quo bias. Courts are obsessed with maintaining stability for the child. Your child has only ever known one home, their mother's. You're asking the court to disrupt that. Judges don't like disruption. Stranger danger. Even if you've been fighting for contact for years, courts will treat you essentially as a stranger to your child. The child does not know the father well becomes child doesn't need the father. Attachment presumption. Courts assume the primary attachment is to the mother because she's been there since day one. Your lack of attachment is used against you, even though she prevented you from forming that attachment. The burden is on you. You have to prove you should have contact. Mother doesn't have to prove you should not. That's a massive disadvantage. What you need to do. Document every attempt at contact. This is critical. Every text, every email, every letter, every gift you ever try to send. Keep a spreadsheet. Date, method of contact, what you sent or said, the mother's response or lack of response. You need to prove you tried, because the court's assumption will be, if he cared, he would have tried harder. 2. Do not skip indirect contact. I know it feels pointless sending cards and letters to a child who's too young to read, or you know the mother will intercept. Do it anyway. Courts use compliance with indirect contact as a test. If you don't do it, they'll say he can't even manage letters. How can we trust him with the child? It's a trap, but you have to walk into it with your eyes open. 3. Get your life in order visibly. The court will scrutinise everything. Stable housing, where will your child sleep, stable employment, can you provide, support network, who helps if there's an emergency, clean record, any criminal convictions, even minor ones, will be used against you. Mother doesn't face this scrutiny because status quo. You do. 4. Accept the graduated approach. You're not getting 50-50 custody, that's a fantasy. You might not even get supervised contact at first. Here's the realistic progression. Indirect contact, letters and cards, 6 to 12 months. Supervised contact, 1 hour per month, 6 to 12 months. Supervised contact increasing, 6 to 12 months. Unsupervised daytime contact, 6 to 12 months. Overnight stays, maybe after 2 or 3 years. This is a 3 to 5 year fight minimum. 5. The catch-22 you must avoid. Here's the trap. Courts will say your child doesn't know you, so contact must be limited. Limited contact means your child doesn't get to know you, so contact stays limited forever. Break this cycle by never refusing contact offered, no matter how inadequate, never being late or missing sessions, document that you're asking for more contact, building evidence that your child is bonding with you during the time that you do get. 6. What not to do. Don't attack mother's parenting unless there's genuine safeguarding risk, such as abuse, neglect, drugs. She's a bad mother arguments will backfire because courts assume mother is competent, status quo bias. You look bitter and vengeful. Judge thinks, if she's so bad, why didn't you do something sooner? Only raise safeguarding concerns if you have documented evidence, photos, recordings, witnesses, Witnesses to follow through, police reports, social services, legitimate child welfare concerns, not relationship grievances. Scenario 2, the breadwinner father. You lived with your child and mother, you were together as a family, but you were the primary earner while the mother was a primary childcare provider. You thought you were building a family, turns out you were building a case against yourself. The bias you face, the provider penalty. Everything you did to provide for your family is now used against you. Worked long hours to pay for the mortgage? Uninformed father who prioritised career. Mother did school runs? Child's primary attachment is to the mother. Stayed late at work to pay for childcare? Absent father who wasn't there. The court doesn't care that you were providing. They only care about who was present. Selective memory. Mother's solicitor will paint a picture of family life where you were essentially absent. He worked, I did everything. Your memories of bedtime stories on weekends, playing with the kids after work, family holidays, they don't count because they weren't daily routine. The work trap. Courts assume that you can't reduce hours because you're the breadwinner, so they give you less time with your child, which means mother remains primary carer, which justifies giving you less time. Catch 22 again. What you need to do. 1. Prove your involvement. Get evidence of your parenting before separation. School. Were you on the contacts list? Did you attend parents' evenings? Medical. Did you take your child to doctor or dentist appointments? Activities. Did you take your child to clubs, sports, play dates? School runs, even occasional, get witnesses. Homework. Can teachers confirm you helped? Ask for this evidence now. Schools and doctors won't keep records forever. 2. Demonstrate flexibility. The I work full time so I can only see them on the weekends argument doesn't work anymore. You need to show willingness to use annual leave for contact, ability to work flexibly, work from home, adjusted hours, support network, grandparents, childcare for when you're working. Courts want to see you'll make time, not just fit your child into your schedule. 3. Challenge the uninvolved father narrative. If mother claims you were uninvolved, don't just deny it, provide evidence. Photos and videos of you with your child, witnesses, friends, family who saw you parenting, purchase records. You bought your child's clothes, toys, paid for activities. Messages with mother discussing parenting decisions. You were a family, not a wallet. 4. What not to do. Don't argue, I paid everything so I deserve equal custody. Courts don't care about money, they care about caregiving. Your financial contribution is expected, it doesn't earn you contact. Also, don't argue, she can't provide financially without me. That makes you look controlling, and courts will just order you to pay more child maintenance. Scenario 3, the primary caregiver who is the father. You were the primary caregiver whilst the mother worked. You raised your child. Or you both worked, but you did the majority of the childcare, the school runs, doctors, cooking, bedtimes. This is the rarest scenario, but arguably the most devastating when it goes wrong. The bias you face. This is where gender bias is most blatant. Invisible labour. Everything you did as primary carer gets erased or minimised. He helped out instead of he was the primary parent. The mother presumption. Even when fathers do everything, courts still assume mother is primary parent at some instinctive level. I've seen cases where fathers had evidence of being primary caregiver and still lost because children need their mother. The role reversal penalty. Courts get confused. Traditional gender roles are embedded in their thinking. When you don't fit the template, they don't know what to do with you. So what do you need to do? 1. Gather overwhelming evidence. You need to prove you were the primary caregiver because the assumption is against you. School evidence, such as enrollment forms, who's listed as the primary contact, attendance at parents' evenings, sign-in sheets, school run logs, who dropped off and picked up, teachers as witnesses, school communications, who did the school email, medical evidence, who took your child to appointments, who's listed on medical records as the primary contact, vaccination records, who attended, hospital visits, who was there, daily care evidence, receipts for your children's clothes, food, activity enrolment, who signed up your child for clubs and sports, messages with other parents, who arranged play dates, childcare providers, who liaise with them. 2. Preempt the mother override. Even with evidence, courts may say, but mother is still mother. Counter this, get expert evidence, child psychologist, on your child's primary attachment. Evidence your child's routine being centered around you. Witness who can testify to your child calling you when hurt or upset. 3. Flip the script. Use their assumptions against them. Courts want stability for your child. Your child's stability is with you. You've been the primary carer. Removing your child from your care disrupts their routine. You are the status quo, not the mother. Universal traps for all scenarios. Regardless of which scenario you are in, there are universal mistakes that fathers make. 1. Believing the system is fair. It is not. The bias is real. Plan accordingly. Number 2. Thinking truth matters. It doesn't. Evidence matters. Perception matters. Truth is irrelevant if you cannot prove it. Number 3. Attacking the mother. Unless there's genuine safeguarding risk, abuse, neglect, drugs, attacking the mother backfires. Number 4. Expecting equal treatment. You won't get it. Mothers are presumed competent. You have to prove it. Number 5. Giving up. The system is designed to make you give up. Delays, costs, bias, injustice is all designed to exhaust you into submission. Don't give them the satisfaction. And in closing, I'm not going to lie to you, this is a fight you might lose. The system is stacked against fathers, but knowledge is power. Understanding what box you're in, what bias you face, and how to navigate it gives you a chance. More importantly, if you don't fight, you definitely lose. So fight smart, fight with evidence, fight with strategy, and whatever you do, don't let them tell you fathers don't matter.